Good morning, my dear students. Welcome you all in online class. Hope you all are fine and safe at your home. Here we are going to study about General Science of class 3. In this year, we are going to study a new edition of book, that is Lakhmir Singh Science book. You can see. And the publication is S. Chand publication. So, students, in this new textbook, the first lesson we are going to study about living and non-living things. Living and non-living things. Okay. Before starting this chapter, we will discuss some questions. Okay. Okay. So first question is, what are the things you can see around yourself? I repeat, what are the things you can see around yourself? Okay, so let me answer. So the first thing you will say that, okay ma'am, I can see the house, I can see dogs, I can see the plants, I can see the parents, okay, box, bed, table, chair, fan, tube lights, mobile phone, televisions, many more things you can say. Okay, so these all things which we see around us, that is known as things. Okay, these all are things, and these things are categorized into two parts, two main parts, that is living things and non-living things. The first part is living things and the second part is non-living things. Okay, so before going on living things, first we will study what is living and non-living things in a simple form. Okay, in a simple language, I'll tell you what is living things. So first we will see living things. What is living things? Okay, what is living things? The things which have life is known as living things. Simple. The things which have life is known as living things. Now what is life? Okay, life. Life means zindagi. In Hindi we are saying zindagi is normal. So life means in living things, the living things which have life are known as living things. So we can say that living things are those who can breathe, okay, who can eat, who can grow, or they can reproduce. Okay, so they are known as living things. So breathing, movement, growth, okay, reproduce, these all are the significance of living things. Okay, these are the significance of living things, and these all are found in mainly in living things. Okay, so first we will see the example of the living things. Okay, the example of the living thing is first human beings. Okay, all human beings, all plants, okay, and all animals. Clear? So living things, what are living things? The things which have life. Okay, that means they can eat, they can grow, they can breathe, they can reproduce, they can get rid of waste, okay, they can feel. They all are known as living things. Example, human being, all plants and all animals. These all three things are living things. Okay, just opposite of this, or we can say in other hand, okay, the non-living things. Okay, the non-living things which do not have life. Okay, they cannot breathe, they cannot eat, they cannot grow, they cannot reproduce. Okay, example, you know that many things are there. Just take your example of your book. Okay, books and copies. Okay, these books and copies are non-living things. Okay, this book is not eating anything, this book is not growing, this book is not breathing. Okay, and it's not reproducing also. Okay, reproduce means to give rise to their young ones. Okay, that we will study later. Okay, so here living things and non-living things, difference between the living and non-living things, it is clear? If it is not clear, I'll repeat once again. Okay, so living things which have life, non-living things which do not have life. Okay, living things can breathe, they can grow, they can eat, they can feel, they can reproduce. Just opposite, the non-living things, they cannot eat, they cannot breathe, they cannot grow, they cannot reproduce. Okay, and they are not having feeling also. Okay, they do not have any feeling. Suppose if you will slap the table will not slap you, and the table will not feel anything. But if you will slap to your brother and sister, they will feel. Okay, they will feel. Don't do the experiment. Okay, so here the living and non-living things clear. Next is living things. Example is human beings, plants and animals. Now we will study about the characteristics of living things. Suppose if anyone is saying, okay, plant is living things, but why it is living things? Why it is living thing? Okay, you have to explain it. So here we are going to study the characteristic of living thing. Characteristics of living things. Okay, in this first we will study the characteristics of living things. The first point is all living things can move. Okay, that means they can move. All living things can move. Okay, example, let's see the human beings. Okay, first we will see the human beings. This human beings can move very nicely from one place to another place. Okay, table cannot move, television cannot move from one place to another place. Yes, all non-living things can move from one place to another place with the help of us. Okay, if the human beings or anyone is giving force, then only it will move. The football is moving from one place to another place when we are kicking. Okay, when we kick the ball, then only it is moving. Okay, so here the first characteristics of living thing is movement. Okay, they can move. All living things can move. How they will move? Let's see here. Here in your book, one chart is given there. You can see. Okay, so movement in living things. Okay, so first thing is how they are moving. The human beings. First we will see the example of human beings. Okay, all human beings move by their legs. Okay, by they can walk, they can run. Okay, they can jump, they can skip, they can jog. Okay, but in animals, all the animals are there, very different kinds of animals are there. Okay, so different kinds of animals will show the different style of walking or movement. Okay, all the animals are moving from one place to another place. Why? Just because to find out the shelter and food. Okay, so animals move from one place to another to find out the shelter and food. Okay, in the search of food and shelter, you can say. So some animals simply walk, okay, and run, like cow, dog, buffalo, lions, tiger. They are walking and running. Okay, and the next is swimming. Some aquatic animals, they swim, okay, in the water. Fish is not running, okay, they are not running. Fish is not running and walking in the water. Why? Because it's not having legs, okay. The fish is having fins and tails. With the help of fins and tails, that fish is swimming and moving from one place to another place. Then next, birds. Birds are having legs, but with that legs, that birds is not, they cannot run so fast, okay. So they use their wings to fly and to move from one place to another, okay, because the wings of the birds are very big, okay, so they can easily fly and change their positions, okay. Then in the rainy season, you can see that many small insects are there, like earthworm, snails, snake, okay. These things, how they are moving, they move on the ground, or they crawl along the ground, okay. They crawl, they're not running, they crawl slowly, okay. And some of the animals are there, they hop. Hop means they jump, okay, from one place to another place to there, okay, like that. That is frog, okay. Now, so here we have studied about the human beings, how human beings are walking, moving by the walking, running, jogging, skipping, and how the animals are moving. Some animals are swimming, some animals are flying, some animals are walking and running, some animals are crawling along the ground, and some animals are hopping. Now comes to the plants. Now you will say, oh, man is going to say that, okay, the plants is also moving. Yes, but not from one place to another. Some of the plants show some movements on its own place. Suppose I am standing here and I can move my hands, okay, I can move my neck, I can move my eyes, okay. So this is the movement which the living thing is showing. I am living, so I am showing this signs, okay. So plants are also living things. They can also move their body parts, okay, but at its own place. So example, in the plants you can say that mimosa is that. Mimosa is a plant in which when you will touch the leaf of the plants, it will close for a few minutes, and after a few minutes slowly it will open. Again you will touch, again it will close, okay. That means that plant is showing some reaction towards your actions, okay. So that is also known as movement, okay. That means it is a living things, that is why it is showing some movement, okay. Otherwise if you will touch the table, table will not close, okay, or book will not close if you will touch the book, because it is not living thing. So mimosa is a plant that is also known as touch me not. That is also called as touch me not plant, okay. Then we can see that climbers. In second class you have studied that. Climbers example, money plant, grapevine, they all climb up upward side with the help of a stick or any wall. That means the root of the plant is fixed, okay. The plant is not moving anywhere, the plant is not moving, but the plant's parts are moving, okay. And next is sunflower. You can see the sunflower in your garden, okay. When you will see the sunflower, you can see that the sunflower face towards the sun. Wherever the sun will move, the sunflower face will move in that direction, okay. So this shows that all living things shows the movement, okay. That is the first characteristics of living things. Now we will study second characteristics of living things, that is breathing, okay, or they can breathe. Yeah, all living things can breathe. First characteristics we have studied that all living things can move, okay, and now we will study all living things can breathe. Okay, so first of all, what is breathing? Breathing means सांस लेना, to breathe. And to breathe we need air, because in the breathing process we inhale the air and we exhale the air. Okay, so when we inhale the air, many gases we are taking. Mostly we are taking the oxygen gas, and that oxygen is also known as life giver gas. Okay, so when we take the oxygen, this oxygen help us to give the energy, release the energy from the food we eat. Whatever food we are eating, that oxygen is oxidize that food and gives us energy. Then let's see, for breathing, all living things breathe, but as we have studied in the movement that different kinds of animals and human beings and plants are having different style of movement. Like that only, likewise here in the breathing, they all living things can breathe, but their breathing organs are different. First of all, we will study about the human beings. All human beings and the animals which live on land, okay, they use their nose to breathe. Okay, we are using our nose to breathe. Animals, dog, cow, cat, goat, lions, tigers, they are using also their nose to breathe. Okay, and some animals which is living in the water, okay, aquatic animals, they breathe through their gills. Okay, gills is present, okay, in their head part is in. Okay, then insects breathe through their body holes. On their body, small holes are present, that is known as spiracles. Okay, so you can say that fish breathe through their gills, insects breathe through small holes present on their bodies, that is known as spiracles. Okay, and land animals and human beings are using their nose to breathe, as well as lungs also help us in breathing. Okay, and earthworm breathe through their skin. Okay, they breathe through their skin. On the skin also small pores are there in which they can inhale or exhale the air. Then, so we have studied how human beings are breathing and how animals are breathing. Okay, let's see how plants are breathing. Yes, it is very important that yes, plants are also breathing because it is living things. But how they are breathing? They are not having any nose. Yes, they are having stomata, okay, present on their surface of the leaves. Okay, green leaf is there. On that surface of the leaves, small pores are there, that is called stomata. Okay, with that with the help of that stomata, plants are breathing. And the most important things, when we breathe through our nose, we take oxygen and release the carbon dioxide, but the plants take carbon dioxide and release the oxygen. This is the difference. Okay, then now here, for in this class, this much I have explained you. I hope you have understood, but let's revise this. Okay, first thing, non-living and living things. What are living things? Living things which have life. Okay, in simple language, which have life, they are known as living thing. Okay, and living thing, example, human being, all plants and all animals. Then what is non-living things? Which do not have life. Okay, then characteristics of living things. The first characteristic of living thing is they can move. Okay, they can move. That means all living things can move. Yes, we have studied just now and how they move. All human beings can walk, they can run, they can jog, they can skip. Okay, then all animals, different kinds of animals having different kinds of walking style. Okay, land animals, suppose cow, dog, lion, tiger, they are walking and running. Okay, they can walk and run. But aquatic animals, they are moving. How? With the help of their fins and tails, they swim and they move. Then some animals hop and move. Okay, that is like frog. Some animals crawl along the ground like earthworm and snail. Okay, and some animal, they fly and move from one place to another. Okay, the conclusion is that all living things are, they can move. And then next is all living things can breathe. All living things can breathe. In that we have already studied that for breathing we need air, and in air oxygen is present. Okay, so human beings, they breathe through their nose. Okay, all land animals also breathe through their nose. All aquatic animals use gills to breathe. Okay, all the insects use their spiracles to breathe. Okay, what is a spiracle? The small holes present on their bodies. Okay, and then earthworm use their skin to breathe. Okay, and in plants, yes, the plants are also breathing with the help of stomata. What is a stomata? Stomata is a small pore present on the surface of the leaves. Okay, so till here we have studied. Okay, now it's time to give you homework. Yes, don't be afraid, I'll not give you too much. Okay, and yes students, if any important points are there, so you can write it on your rough copy. Okay, note it down anywhere. Any question, any doubt is there, that also you can note it down, and if when the school will reopen, you can ask the questions. Okay, or you can take the help of your parents also, and soon you will get your books also. So your homework is to draw 5 living things and 5 non-living things. Draw 5 living things and 5 non-living things. Okay, so your homework is to draw 5 living things and 5 non-living things. Okay, you can color it, you can label the diagram properly. Okay, it is a fun time now, so you can study as well as you can enjoy your holidays also. Okay, so till then, take care and have a nice day.